I've always been fascinated by the idea that the immune system can recognize and eliminate cancer. However, as I've studied this process, I've realized that the immune system often falls short in this disease. So at a basic level, our lab is trying to improve the ability of immune cells to fight cancer. And in solid tumors, what we found and others have found in the field is that T cells often become dysfunctional over time. And so they lose their ability to control tumor cell growth. And so what we're trying to do is understand the underlying biology of this process and then try to reprogram the way that immune cells behave so they're better at fighting cancer. There are certain times when you notice a pattern in the data that explains something that we didn't really understand well before. So a lot of the questions that we ask in the lab really first start with what happens in patients. And so we're often looking at why a certain therapy works in some patients but not others. And then we can study that process in the lab and really understand the underlying biology. Immunotherapy is now considered to be a fourth pillar of cancer research, and I think it's a really exciting time to be in this field because it seems like almost all cancers now will receive some sort of immunotherapy as part of the standard of care. And I'm excited by this because that means that a lot of the research that we're doing in my lab will hopefully directly inform immunotherapies that patients are actually receiving in the clinic. Being at Lineberger means we're part of an integrated system of scientists, clinicians, and patients. And that means that we can ask the right questions, and also it provides an opportunity to translate our findings more quickly back to the patients. So in 10 years, my hope is that we have immunotherapies that work more reliably, especially in solid tumors. And so the goal is not to design therapies that work for a subset of patients, but to engineer therapies that work more broadly and can target a broader range of patients.